Hey, it's Kayye here. Day 2 of CEDIA 2015 here in Dallas, Texas. And Savant's one of the big control companies, as you know, that has been in the industry for a long time. And I'm joined by Tim McInerney. Tim is actually the Director of Product Marketing for Savant. First of all, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And before we get into product, and I'm about to show you something that's going to blow your mind, but before we get into product, I want to ask you about the show in general. What are your impressions?
Oh, it's been great. I mean, we've been super busy the whole time. It's really been a great show for us so far, so we've been having a good time.
Well, the whole entire booth, for the most part, is focused on one thing, the smart remote. And this is the smart remote. It's $500, and it's like an iPhone in a remote control format, literally. So why don't you talk about it?
Yeah, no, exactly. We've got right here showing our scene interface. You can set up your own scenes. Really, you can do a great feature we call scene capture, where you can set up the things how you like it. You've got the TV on to the right station. You've got the lights dim. You've got the right music playing, whatever it is. You can just capture it as a scene and then play it back later with just a touch of a button. Or we also have our voice interface, so you can just hit the button, speak what you want to do, and it'll do it for you. So, for example, I've got a scene here called Movie Night. I'm going to hold the button. Movie Night. And there we go. It's going to run the movie night scene. It's going to start, and you're ready to go.
And so basically, those scenes are setting up macro functions that can do 15 or 20 different things simultaneously.
Absolutely. And there's no programming required. You don't even have to know any of that. You just say, hey, you know what? I want to save exactly how my house is right now. I like this playlist. I like this thing. Just save it like it is. And there's no other
configuration.
Nothing else to do. Yeah.
Okay. So the thing that's interesting about this too is it sets itself up by finding what you have in your house.
Correct. Yeah. Super easy. If you have IP devices like Sonos, we run you through a setup process called Savant Instant. Very easy to do. It says, hey, you know what? I found 3 Sonos speakers on your network. One's called kitchen, one's called living room, one's called bedroom. Do you want to add them? Yes. All right, let's find your TV. Put the base for the Savant remote in front of your TV, and then hit this big green button when the TV turns on. And we'll run through the codes. When the TV turns on, you hit the big green button. The remote says, oh, okay, great. We think you have a Sony TV. Hit the big green button when the input switches. When the input switches, you hit the big green button. It says, oh, great. We think you have a Sony model 2013 TV. We're going to add that. Do you have a cable box? Yes. All right. Tell us when the cable box turns on. When it turns on, hit the button. We found a Comcast cable box. Would you like to add it? Yes. So it's very simple. Walks you through that whole process. Find your devices, even IR devices. You don't need to know any model numbers, anything. We've set up a lot of the systems that you see, the live running demos here in the booth, in under 9 minutes.
And what's coming out of the remote? Is it IR? Is it network? What does it do?
It's actually Bluetooth. It talks Bluetooth to the base, and then the base talks Wi-Fi to the Savant host that comes as part of the starter package. It's the brain of the system for that $500. And that way, because of the fact we're using Bluetooth on the remote, we can keep the battery life really good. You get about 5 days of battery with normal usage. That's, American household, that's 3 to 4 hours a night of TV watching. And then you just put it back on the charger to recharge. So
when you're using it to control your TV, is it sending IR then, or is it actually communicating?
On my back, it's communicating to the base, which has a 360-degree IR field. We also have what's called the Savant Blaster. The starter kit comes with 1 blaster. It's a small device, battery-powered, lasts for a year on 2 AAA batteries, and that lets you get IR commands to devices that are behind closed cabinets. Maybe you have it in a credenza. You've got your cable box in the closet because you didn't want it out in front of everything.
So if you're trying to control something like a Sonos, then the base switches and controls it through Wi-Fi.
Correct. Absolutely.
Okay, so it figures out how each device is.
You don't need to know it all. It just says, hey, this is IR, this is a Wi-Fi device, and when you hit that scene button, the brain of the system, the Savant host, figures out what needs to go to each device, does it. You don't have to think about it at all.
Like, for example, does it control Nest?
Not at this time. We're looking at further, integrations to do. With this first release, we decided we're going to do entertainment in a way that no one has ever done.
So you're focusing on home entertainment first?
Yeah, because that's, really when we talk to consumers and we talk to integrators here, that was a very common pain point for people that you ask anybody, do you like your remote control? Do you love your remote control? And no one ever says, yeah, I love my remote control. It's the best thing ever. No one's really ever, really nailed the remote before. for an entertainment experience, that couch experience. And we decided, you know what, we're going to focus on that first. We're going to make that perfect. Then we're going to release it for our Pro line, where we support a lot more devices. And then we're looking at really curated partnerships. We announced at the show here we have an elite partnership with Sonos. We're going to really pick kind of the best of the best to add in for that deep IP integration. And so, Nest is certainly something we're looking at.
And so what if you want to control two different rooms? Does the same remote can it be set up for two different rooms, or you need two different remotes?
So the remote in that $499 package is for one room. You can add for $399 a second remote. You don't need to buy a second host. You can add up to 4 remotes for the Savant host. If you want to go above that, of course, there's always our Pro line, where you can do up to 20 rooms with our Smart host and really unlimited rooms with our Pro host. And in that case, yeah, your remote can do multiple rooms in that case.
Okay, cool. And this is going to ship when?
So $499 to consumers, integrators, on Savant.com and on BestBuy.com in December. Available only for Pro integrators to add into the Savant Pro line in Q1 2016.
Well, congratulations. Definitely the best and most talked about handheld remote at the show this year. You're definitely you got a hit on your hands, and if you deliver in that time frame, you're gonna do really well with it, I think. So.
Hey, thanks. We'll get you one to try out when they're ready.
We'll definitely test it out. Yeah. Thanks for watching, and you can check out more information at Savant.com, or you can go to the video search window in the upper left-hand corner of your screen right now and type in Savant, because we shot individual product videos so that you can actually get another demo of a little bit more detail. So thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me today.
Thanks.